Hello and welcome back to CTR Part 5, and in this episode we will be finishing off getting the CTR tokens in World 2 with Dingo Canyon. Kind of ironic that, you know, we started Dingo Canyon last part and now we're finishing with Dingo Canyon at the start of this part. And then we'll be moving on to World 3, I think.
This is probably one of the reasons why I ended up putting the game down when I did is, well, you gotta replay levels, you gotta max out completion, and then once those things are done, you're probably going to be ready to put the game down.
I've got a small problem when it comes to CTR's secrets, specifically the secrets that are outside story mode. You see, you can unlock.
What the fuck?
I'm attempting to get the R here.
Yeah.
You can unlock End Trophy as a playable racer without cheating.
Nice.
All right, but in order to do that, what you have to do is you have to go through and beat End Trophy's time on the time trials in each of the races. Now, how do you do that? Well, you have to go into the time trial mode, clear it once with a relatively respectable time, and then End Trophy will show up. Then you have, then if you beat End Trophy with a specific enough time, Oxide shows up. If you beat Oxide, very specifically if you beat Oxide, I don't think anything special happens, because in order to unlock Oxide, you have to input a cheat code.
I see. And so, really, they give you a cheat code that says you can play the boss in this level. Yay!
No, not in this level. In general, Oxide is actually a playable racer.
Oh, so you could play as Oxide, not play against Oxide.
Yeah, you can play as
Gotcha.
Oxide. You can also play, but as I was intending to explain, you can play as End Trophy. I forget if you just need to beat the End Trophy times or if you actually need to beat the Oxide times. The thing about the Oxide times, though, is that Oxide, well, is a cheating bastard, and you know is actually faster than you.
The one thing about Oxide is that he's really resistant to damage, even if you do attack.
No. You don't fight Oxide during time trials. You're racing against Oxide's ghost.
You're racing against a ghost, so you can't interact with him. Okay.
Yep.
So he's just there to represent that his time. Okay.
Yeah.
Break out the jingle bells, it's Christmas time.
Yep. And this is the third world. I forget if each of the worlds actually have names. I assume that they do. Actually, I know that they do. I just don't remember what they are.
I think they tell you.
They are hidden in the almanac / progress.
Nah.
Oh, look,
Jump
jump
cut.
cut. Yeah, I was recording this after each world. I would take a break and do additional recording later. So now we are going into Blizzard Bluff. Blizzard Bluff is one of the simplest of the World 3 levels, but it also has one of the most bullshit shortcuts. I am not going to show off the massive shortcuts in Blizzard Bluff. I can't do them. But rest assured, there is bullshit in this.
The CTR tokens aren't in the shortcut?
One of the CTR tokens... No, actually, none of the CTR tokens are in the shortcuts. However, if you notice, there are two different snowed ramps over there. You can use both of those.
And one of them hugs a little closer to the center.
One of them cuts off this entire segment of track. This entire U-turn here, yeah, you can bypass that entirely.
Yeah. Oh, now I see. Wow. So that will save you a shitload of time.
Yes, it's very much like the secret shortcut in Tiger Temple, in that I'm pretty sure in order to actually clear it, you're going to need a max out power slide boost. But other than that, I've got no idea how you're actually supposed to clear it.
No, one thing that I don't really care for in racing games is when is when you can see the track up ahead through like through the out of bounds area. You can drive to that segment of track if only the game will let you go through the out of bounds area. But nope, doesn't matter how close you get to the track. Sometimes the game will pick you up and penalize you.
That's really only an issue. That's really only an issue in Mario Kart and Mario Kart clones. As for CTR, a majority of the out-of-bounds areas are walled off.
Yeah, and so in other words, it's the function of resetting the player on the track. It's both a penalty and it gives you a fair chance to get back on the track without having to get back on. Whereas in this game, if it doesn't reset you, you might be stuck against a wall for a few seconds longer than you'd like.
Right.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
Thank you, Aku Aku. Alright, next level is... Oh, that's right, Dragon Mines is next. This is something I dislike about this world. They put Dragon Mines to the second track instead of the third.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, very specifically, every other world in the game allows you to raise the boss track as third as opposed to second.
Oh, okay.
And it actually prepares you for the upcoming boss fight slightly more than having it as second is. And Dragon Mines is a shitty fucking course.
It is pretty lame.
Dragon Mines is both very simple and very complex. You see these train tracks here? You can drive along those, and in fact, if you're actually fast enough, the train tracks are actually a pretty significant speed up. But if you don't have an Aku Aku mask, well, you're just gonna get run over by the minecarts.
Yep, and then you lose your speed, and it negates the bonus you got by trying to be clever.
Yep.
You have to be more clever. Cleverer.
Clever rest.
He was the cleverest racer on the track.
And then you power slip past him because he was also an idiot.
There was the minecart track there. I vaguely remember getting run over by that. By a blindsiding cart. That too.
Yeah. I can never remember where I'm actually supposed to do the bunny hops and Dragon Mines. It's not Dino.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Dino Mine is a level in Spyro.
Yeah, just look at the bottom right corner of the racetrack map. I don't even know what I'm looking at. It's the tracks definitely overlap, and if there is a shortcut there, I cannot say exactly which part of that is a shortcut and not.
No, I can. Yeah, their earlier exit off is the minecart track itself.
No! Fate has struck.
Took 6 Wampa fruit.
Damn it! We're still in the lead.
And Dragon Mines is I do like the music in CTR.
You wanna race in CTR?
Alright, so when it comes to racing games, where would you rank CTR?
Honestly, you know what the biggest problem is with CTR is honestly the age in which it came out. There's no online multiplayer. There's no matchmaking. It's this is a sit-home console game with your friends. So how would I would rank, and unfortunately I would have to rank it a lot lower than modern racing games, which do allow online connectivity.
But even without online connectivity, I still think that, well, I'm a totally different gamer, to be perfectly honest. I actually play video games more for the single-player experience as opposed to the multiplayer one. It's something that I'm slowly coming to terms with, and it's pissing me off. But because of that, CTR, with a lot of its charm, easy to pick up game mechanics, and reasonable difficulty, aside from the time trial shenanigans of Oxide, is honestly really awesome to me. I would actually put this up here as just a little bit worse than Mario Kart Double Dash. And you mentioned before that you actually really dislike Mario Kart Double Dash.
I don't know. may have said that I wasn't, you know, perfectly fond with it. I liked the item system in that game, because I think that weren't you allowed to hold like 2 items at once?
Yes, you were, because you were racing with 2 different racers.
Right, so that was probably the best part of it. What I didn't really understand is why there needed to be two racers in each kart. Like, what was the point?
Well, it's very difficult for a driver to actually hold 2 items.
Well, he can hold 1 item with faster recharge.
Items don't recharge though, and honestly, I much rather would have random items that are single use rather than recharging items. Except of course for the golden mushroom, but the golden mushroom's a terrible item anyway.
Well, so Double Dash is definitely a unique type of racing game. It plays on the trope that normally kart racers have only 1 character in it. And there are 2.
True.
There are 2. But I guess I never played racing games enough to grow to appreciate them as much as other genre of games that I've come to share with everybody on the internet.
Polar Pass is actually a really awesome level.
It's I remember these hopping platforms over here. That always tripped me up a few times.
The only difficult portion about Polar Pass is once again figuring out the best opportunities to do bunny hops with. And this particular
you did that 3 in a row.
That's a very small shortcut. Yeah, I did it 3 times in a row because I've got way too much experience in this damn game. But that particular cut can be actually rather tricky to time, and it's not honestly all that big.
Yeah, if you're the margin of error on that particular jump is pretty small. If you fall short, then you're gonna get stopped at the wall. You have to turn right, get your speed back, and then turn left. Oh.
But in the next part, we will be going on to one of my least favorite tracks in CTR, Tiny Arena. World 3 in general is actually a mixed bag. Actually, I like Blizzard Bluff kinda. It's got bullshit in it, but kinda. I love Polar Pass, but I absolutely despise both Tiny. Well, I don't despise Tiny Arena, but I really do despise Dragon Mines. See you next part, guys.